clean and beautiful, wonderful, wonderful, beautiful. We've got football tonight in Artesia. Deming is in town. You're from... you're not originally from Deming, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you were born and raised?
No, wasn't born there. I was born in El Paso, but that just happens to be where Mother's doctor was.
Okay. So you grew up in Deming?
Yep.
Did you go to high school at Deming?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All the way.
Wildcat? Yeah.
And when I was there, our band was called the Pride and Joy of Luna County.
There you go.
And we were excellent. We cut a record with Doc Severinsen. He came and performed.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I have the record. Of course, I listen to it now, and I think, oh, don't quit your day job. But I'm sure it's not as bad as what,
Now, for the younger people in the audience, Doc Severinsen was the
band
leader.
director for Johnny Carson.
That's right. And for those younger people, Johnny Carson was a late-night television talk show host who had the after 10 o'clock news show.
Like Jay Leno, and who is it now that took Jay's place?
Well, it's...
I never know whether it's Jimmy Kimmel or the other.
No, Jimmy's on ABC.
Okay.
They tried Conan O'Brien, and that didn't work out.
Oh, God, what a...
Conan went to TBS.
I don't know why anybody ever thinks he's funny.
Is it Jimmy Fallon?
There we go.
Jimmy Fallon is doing the NBC late night show. So
And Doc Severinsen played a trumpet.
Yes, but he always had the outlandish outfits. So
Yeah, kinda.
When he came to Deming, did he have an outlandish outfit for that?
A very nice suit, tux, whatever.
Yeah.
But there was a kid in our band, Rex Kimball, who was a trumpet player that I think really admired Doc. And Rex was very, very good. And they played together. And I think Rex had a piccolo trumpet one time, which is a smaller one and higher pitched, and did a wonderful job.
Cool.
It was really a neat.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how, unless our band director had connections to get Doc to come and play with our band. But yeah, we cut a record album.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So,
well, we don't care about that tonight.
No, that's long ago history.
So, kickoff is at 7. It's homecoming. There'll be a parade past your front door at 4 o'clock.
Oh, yes, I've learned if you want to get out, don't park in front on Friday afternoon of homecoming parade. Park in the back.
Park in the back. And we'll have our TV and radio coverage at 6:30, and then and we have a great Tape Branch halftime guest interview that we're going to play. So, but yeah, it's Artesia and Deming, and you're just going to have to root for Artesia. You just don't have a choice.
You know what? I really don't care.
I know you don't, and I didn't want you to say it because I don't want you to get in trouble. But anyway, on KSVP tonight and KSVP TV, it'll be Artesia Deming. On KEND and audio only on KSVP TV, Roswell at Los Lunas. We're only getting to do the radio for that. We're not getting to do TV because there's another entity that's producing it for TV, and I think it's even going to be on one of the Albuquerque TV channels.
Oh, wow.
And so if you want to watch that and then turn off the sound and listen to Art and Kelly, you might try that. And then Goddard is having their homecoming tonight, and they're hosting Mia Mira. And Mia Mira is the second high school out of Gallup.
Okay.
So there's Gallup High, and then there's Mia Mira. It's named after a Japanese gentleman who lived in Gallup and was a World War II hero and real popular, honored gentleman there in Gallup.
How nice.
So their mascot is the Patriots.
Okay.
So they're going to be in Roswell tonight to take on Goddard, and that'll be on the radio on 106.1 and also on KSVPTV.com. So you can check that out. And then tomorrow is there's the Zia Classic Volleyball Tournament, which is taking place in Roswell. There's some pool play today at Roswell and Goddard. And then after the pool play, they'll have 3 brackets. So the top 4 go to the gold bracket, the second 4 go to the silver, and the bottom 4 go to the bronze bracket. And the gold bracket games are tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. at Goddard. And we are going to stream the gold bracket games, 9, 11, 1, and 3 on KSVP TV tomorrow. Hopefully, Artesia will be in the gold bracket, but Goddard's in it, Roswell High, Hobbs, Lovington, Artesia, and some other teams that are in it. So
Cool.
So anyway,
busy weekend.
Busy weekend.
Don't say you don't have nothing to do, because there's plenty out there.
There are lots of things to do. Well, let's talk about cleaning up trash. And
Oh, yes.
We've been talking about it the last couple of weeks, and next Saturday is the kickoff Saturday for the National Public Lands Day week-long cleanup competition.
Yes, it runs from September 17th through the 24th. And it does not have to be on BLM land. So don't think, oh my God, well, I don't know where that's at, or, what parcel out here in the middle of nowhere is BLM. I've seen the map, and it's part of this estate, part of it is BLM, part of it is private. Just clean up. We don't care. That's all we care about, is the improving the landscape around here.
Right, right.
You don't want it to look like it does. And they've created kind of a, I don't want to say bloodthirsty competition, but a competition between Carlsbad and Artesia, or any, we've got a lot of communities in Eddy County, and
Right.
they can get just as hungry and get out the fangs and as anybody else. Get together, get a group, or yourself, or your family, or whatever. Go clean up something. There's plenty of highways around here. There's plenty of roadways.
Mm-hmm. Alleyways.
It doesn't have to be a highway. 13th and 26th are always in desperate need. The draw.
Mm-hmm.
Let's face it, there's trash everywhere.
I was going to take a picture yesterday. I should have done it. I was driving down First Street, and there's the weed store that's being built.
Right.
And right next to it is an empty lot full of weeds.
Yes.
And I was going to take a picture of the weeds, and I could say, weeds in Artesia.
Yeah, some of those tumbleweeds right there on First are getting as tall as me, which is, a bit out of hand. And all you have to do is take a flathead shovel and go under and slice that thing, and you're done.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit of effort, but
Clean up the weeds around the weed place there.
really, I would think, when you drive down First Street, there's so many businesses that have weeds in front of them. Is
Yep.
that what you want your customers to be greeted by? Get out there with a flathead. You don't have to spray it and wait to see it shrivel up, because that takes too long. Just take a flathead shovel, scrape it off, then put your weed killer on it, go on your merry way. Haul off the weed that you just sliced.
Right.
That would be nice, instead
Yeah.
of letting it blow.
Yeah.
But yeah, people, we really need to do some cleanup around here. And I can say that because my alley is clean on my side.
Well,
and I must have shamed the neighbor, because they got out and it's down to the dirt, and
Yeah.
it looks grand.
Well,
So,
I live on it's a very short block. There's 4 of us, 2 on one side, 2 on the other. And our alley is always neat and clean and sprayed and mowed and trimmed, and so.
Oh, there's some of them so bad around here that you literally could take a broom rake and fill a dumpster with the garbage
Yeah.
that is laying around, because people either didn't bag it, or they piled it 2 or 3 feet higher than the dumpster.
Yeah.
And the garbage truck comes, the dumpster goes up, and the stuff falls.
Well, there's something else too, Linda. There's a couple places in town that Lon and I drove by the other day, and the property looks abandoned. Mm-hmm. And because we had the rain here not long ago, and so now all these weeds have grown up, and they're 2-3 feet tall,
Yes.
filling these entire yards on what looks to be abandoned property. So I'm not sure, with private property, you got to get permission of the property owner. But I was thinking about that as you were talking about people that could use cleanup. There's probably some older folks. They're maybe not able to get out and about, or maybe because of the way the economy is, they can't always afford to pay for somebody. So maybe you could identify a couple properties like that. Make sure you get permission,
Right.
But then go in and clean up a yard for somebody that may not have the means to be able to keep it clean on their own.
Well, and I'm probably going to get chastised for this, but when the kids and I are cruising the alleys, one time we saw one that belonged to the city of Artesia. And we know that because it had a sign.
What?
Because the city does have lots throughout interspersed. And the weeds were like taller than everybody else's. That's not the example we want to
That's true.
give.
That's true.
But there are also a lot of people that don't live in this state that do own property.
Yep.
So unless somebody says, hey, you know, we've had rain, you might want to check out your property and get over here and do something about it.
Yeah.
You know, there's a house down the block from me, well, a couple blocks down the street. They must not live here. Because every once in a while, I think they tried to condemn that house one time. Then all of a sudden it got a new roof. Well, then last year it got a driveway. And once in a while somebody comes and mows. But you can tell the house needs to be restored, remodeled, whatever you want to call it. It needs to go on HG and somebody needs to come and do their magic. But
Yeah.
so I guess if somebody is tending to it once in a while, it escapes being condemned or something.
No, that's
So,
true. But on this Public Lands Day, you mentioned you've seen the pictures. There's a website
Yes.
that you can go to that has pictures of places that could be cleaned up and pictures of where you can take the trash once you do
Yes.
your cleanup.
And you want to document what you picked up. I mean, if you've got 10 bags of trash there, take a picture of it.
Right.
Submit that to them, and it will count for points. And if you want those points given to Carlsbad or Artesia, you just tell them, hey, I want my points given to Carlsbad or, you know, Artesia, and then the points add up. And at the end of all of this, the golden tire, which is going to be a traveling trophy, will be awarded to one of the communities. And then next year when this happens again,
The trophy will either
bloodthirsty
stay.
cleanup people come out and we do this again.
Yeah, either
Yeah,
we
so-
retain the trophy or it has to go to the other town.
Right. So this is a cool little poster or flyer in a sense that says who? Anyone that wants a cleaner Eddy County.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it? A county-wide cleanup competition. And we've given the dates as September 17th through the 24th. They say Public Lands Day, but they figured out not everybody can go out at the same time. So they've given you a whole week, two weekends.
Two weekends, yeah.
Yes, which is great. To give you ample time to, and we never know around here what the weather's going to do. So, you know.
Yeah, if you don't like the weather, wait a day.
5 minutes. Yeah, we've had a little of everything sometimes in one day.
That's right.
You know,
Dirt
so
storms, hail, snow, rain, sunshine,
winds,
90-degree
yes.
temperatures, all in
Put
one.
on a jacket at the end of the day and put on a swimsuit in the middle of the day.
all in one afternoon.
That's right. And the where, anywhere and everywhere in Eddy County. And there's a website linked that shows you where trash and why. Bragging rights, hometown pride, and a cleaner public space for all to enjoy. How? Because you know the who, what, when, where, why, and how. Individuals or group will independently organize cleanup events, then use the linked form to document their accomplishments, photos of the trash they collected, photo showing number of participants in their group, and pick the municipality they want their trash points to go towards. There will be some trophies small trophies that are being created by one of our art classes here in Artesia.
Okay.
And they're supposed to be doing them out of, I said, just doing them out of recycled stuff. You know, we don't care. Let your kids come up with their imagination and do all this. And it's real cool. The girl that is the art teacher, when I called her and then she called me back to talk about this, I said, do you know where our office is at? Because, you know, there are people that really do. She says, are you in the same place? And I said, yeah. She says, well, that's where we came and, you know, got ready for work and got snacks and everything. I said, wait a minute, what is your last name? Or what was your maiden name? And she told me, I said, oh my gosh, she worked for me umpteen years ago.
Wow.
You know, so that was kind of a cool, I was like, yay, that's exciting.
Exactly.
But anyhow, for group awards, the most people at a single event, and that event means y'all got together one day and went out. That's an event. It's not something that I dictated that you have to go do on that day.
Right.
The most trash cleaned at a single event and the most trash cleaned over the entire week. So you may be able to go out, let's just hypothetically, an hour every day after work to clean a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it adds up over that week's time. And then on a weekend, man, you really killed it and found, a whole bunch.
Sure.
So, and as you document it and have a record of it, this is how they get that number. And then for individuals, the most trash cleaned in a single day. I mean, you may have really worked hard, or you hit the mother load of trash and got it all cleaned up.
That's not hard to do.
Not around here.
Yeah.
No. And the most trash, again, cleaned over an entire week. And these will not be, from what I understand, traveling trophies. They will be yours to keep because they're not very big, and they will have a little plaque on them dictating what you did or accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
So on
Maybe
this,
they could do a bronzed banana peel.
okay.
That could be your
Okay.
trash award there or something like that.
I have understood that on the roll-offs that will be placed around the county, there will be these QR codes that,
Mm-hmm.
You can just put your phone, it'll open up, and you can document your trash and whatever.
You can upload your pictures and do all of that.
And
from
there's also a form to submit documentation of cleanup. And then on another code, it has a website showing trash sites and dumpster locations. And by dumpster, I mean big roll-offs, not little,
Yeah, there'll be some extra roll-offs in addition to the ones that are the county already has around Eddy County. They've got a bunch of those locations.
The county is placing
But they'll be doing some
out
extra
of it.
ones.
Yes, yes. And there is a website that you can pull up and
No, it's not
and
this.
get-
It's not this one here. It's they have a shorter one. Do you have the
this
shorter
is
one?
the shorter one.
Okay.
https://arcg.is/49 and a capital C, lowercase r, capital H, capital O. So, trust me, that is a much shorter website that they really had. The other one was like 5 miles long, and there was no way that,
Yeah.
you could do that correctly.
Sure. Sure.
But yeah, they're excited about it. We would love to see how this turns out since they've been doing National Public Lands Day for years and years and years. This is not something new, but this Better Together week-long cleanup.
Mm-hmm. This is kind of a new
we
deal.
want to see how this is going to go, and hopefully,
Yeah.
there'll be some improvement around.
It'll be amazing because it's kind of like the roads. County Commissioner Henry was talking about how they've worked really hard on the roads in Eddy County for the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. And they still get people saying, well, the roads are terrible. And it's they've been working on it, and it takes time to get caught up. And it's going to be the same way with the trash,
Oh, yeah, because lowlife is coming right behind you, throwing out another bottle.
Yeah.
So cleaning up.
I saw that, and we were sitting at McDonald's the other day. Lon and I were having breakfast or lunch or whatever. I think it was breakfast. And, the line of cars from the to-go orders, mobile orders, was wrapped around the building. So I'm looking out the window, and the guy rolls down his window and throws some paper trash out on the floor, on the ground, and rolls the window back up. And I'm like, what possesses people to do that? I do not understand.
I don't know.
And you and I have talked about this before. How many plastic bags are there floating around in the wind?
Oh, yeah.
Grab a plastic bag or two, stick it in the car, and then if you've got trash, put it in that bag, and then when you get to where you're going, then you take that, you tie it up, and you throw it in a trash can.
Yeah, it's not rocket science.
Yeah.
The other day there was, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, there was 2 Sonic cups, and they still had liquid in them, and they were laying on their side directly across from the office by a car. Now, I don't know whether that car was responsible or, they just happened to pull up and not smash them. But I was thinking, if you had walked across the street, on our corner is a garbage can.
Yeah.
What is wrong with people?
Yeah.
And then they go to Walmart and they change their oil and they leave all the oil containers out in the parking lot.
Or diapers. How many times have you come across dirty diapers in the parking lot? I'm like, you disgusting pig, throw it away. Don't
Yes,
leave
we
it on the
know
ground.
We know it's smelly, but it came with your kid. So put it back in the car in a bag and take it home, or find a garbage can or a dumpster, whatever. Don't make it look. If you want to live in the hood or the ghetto or whatever, go move there. Get out of town. If you don't like the way we're trying to keep this community nice and clean, if you just can't stand cleanliness, leave.
Yeah. No, it's real sad, and you're afraid nowadays to say anything because you don't know what kind of reaction you're going to get for
somebody might shoot you just for grins.
And so it's just it's very, very frustrating. And so I hope this motivates some folks, and a lot of folks get involved over the week. And you know what's going to happen. They're going to be 5 tons of trash picked up, and it's still going to look like we hadn't picked up any trash.
Oh,
it's almost like we need to do this every month for a year before we finally get ahead of the amount of trash
the
that's just out
scout leader
there.
was saying his troop was out and they cleaned up from Ritchie to Tractor Supply on the east side of the highway.
Okay.
Because the west side, the bar ditch is so narrow that you don't want a bunch of kids out
Ritchie?
there. No, on 285.
285.
It was from
okay.
Ritchie to Tractor Supply
Gotcha.
on
okay.
285.
All right, I got you.
3 pickup loads.
Yeah.
And
that's just 1 mile long or so stretch of road.
It could be a mile, but yes.
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
It's insane. Well, if the website was not clear or you have any questions about
You
this,
can always
I'm
call me.
sure you can call Linda, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I better take a picture of it and have it in my phone. And maybe I do already.
And then
but
you can
yes.
text it back to them or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So
Just
what's
send the
your
picture back.
phone number?
575-513-0143. And you can always call the office at 748. We all know this is a 575. 748-3192, and I can read it off to you so that you will have that website.
And you can go to it. All right. Very good.
But, dude, get out there and clean something up.
Let's do it.
Even if it's just your neighborhood, your alley, a 4-block radius, or pick a park or anything. Anything will help. Trust me.
Get out there and clean it up. Linda, thank you.
You're welcome.
And have some McDonald's. We have McDonald's breakfast today.
I can smell it.